Are we doing like a little introduction, or give the people a show?
Well, how do you want to introduce the podcast?
Well, I think we should start off by letting the general public know that we are both black belts at karate. That I once did see a dragon, regardless of what the police think. And and go ahead. I know that you're excited to tell the next bit.
Yes, and Zach bought shoes in Milan from a man named Harvey Minsk.
Harvey Minsk. Do you mind if we digress for a second and talk about Harvey?
I would love for us to talk about Harvey Minsk. Harvey Minsk is a great man, and he's got a lot of achievements. Unless you don't like him, yeah. I'm a fan personally.
I was a fan. So there was a.
Oh, is this going to be a very contentious?
This might be a little contentious.
Pilot for season 2.
I think so. So Harvey,
season 2.
Season 2 with all new everything,
except me.
So Harvey Minsk and I, right? We went to high school together, and this guy, he decided to move to Milan and open up a shoe store, which I thought was an excellent business venture. You've known since I've known you, I've always said the same exact thing. You know, Milan needs more shoe stores.
Milan needs Minsk shoes,
and thank God for the man. He went down there and he sold shoes.
For him.
But
he's a saint.
You know, so he sold me these shoes, right? They were exquisite, right?
Yep.
They were the finest Italian leather. They were shaped like Crocs, which I appreciated. And I bought them at a very, very high sticker price. You know, even though Harvey and I went way back, I think at the end of the day, I think it was... Yeah, no, it was 10,000 for those shoes.
10,000 Canadian pesos.
Yes, so roughly equivalent to 30 American dollars, but it was enough though, you know, for Italian leather Crocs from Harvey Minsk in Milan. I was like, that's
Italian leather Crocs from Harvey Minsk in Milan. I'll tell you what thing about Harvey Minsk. Can I take a sidebar for a quick second before you continue your bad blood explanation of Harvey Minsk? See, the thing about Crocs, the reason that those even came to the design of Mr. Minsk, Minsky is what I call him.
Minsky.
Old Minsky, and there's a story behind that name too. I'll tell you that.
That's another day.
But the Crocs thing was because people wanted leather shoes, but they also wanted their feet to be able to breathe, and they also wanted people to be able to see their feet.
Right.
Because in the area of Milan, that Harvey Minsk put his shoes. It's a high visibility for foot fetishists.
Sure.
So, you know, that's kind of the whole thing about the Italian leather Crocs in Milan. Continue.
No, I was just gonna say that after I bought these leather Italian Crocs in Milan from Harvey Minsk, the foot fetishist, that I got them home only to realize that not only were they not Italian leather, okay, they were actually made from crocodiles.
Oh.
And at first I was pleased, as you can understand. I mean, Crocs.
Yeah, you're not the biggest fan of crocodiles.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, okay.
Anybody doing their part to eliminate the crocodiles from
is a
especially Milan, because you know Italy has a problem with crocodiles.
It's nothing but crocodiles and foot fetish in Milan, Wes, and I'm sick of it.
This is a fact. That is a straight up fact.
So I get these, and at first I was thrilled, right? Because I'm like, okay, that's one more dead crocodile, right? And that's, you know, I have the truest form of Crocs from Harvey Minsk, the foot fetishist in Milan, selling Italian crocodile leather Crocs. And I was happy at first. You can imagine my distaste when I found out that it was actually from an alligator. And he was passing it off as crocodile, which he was then trying to pass off as Italian leather. And I just, it's like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you're Harvey Minsk, and you're selling me alligator Crocs.
That's just 7 levels of Benedict Harvey right there.
Benedict Harvey. You know, the thing is though, I wanted to bury the hatchet with him. So
as you would, you know.
So I called him up and I said, Harv.
Okay.
I said, Harv.
You called him up.
You know, I said, old Harvster, you know, another, that's his other, Minsky. One of his other nicknames, one of the many.
Harvster Minsky.
Harvster McMinsky, you know, and I called him up. I said, Harv, you I got a bone to pick with you. And he said, look, he goes, I know what you're going to say before you even say it. You got the alligator Crocs, didn't you? And I was like, Harvey, like what? How'd you? And he goes, my dealer. He said, my crocodile dealer here in Milan.
It's crocodiler.
Is crocodiler, absolutely. He said he got caught up in a foot fetish scandal. And he started passing off all of these alligators as crocodiles. And as you can imagine, the people of Milan were frustrated because now they got extra crocodiles and they're losing their most prized possession, alligators. So
it's true.
And so long story short, I was displeased with how he handled himself initially, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to be the bigger man here and step up and say that Harvey Minsk, he deserves a second chance. You know what I mean? He's not a bad guy. He's just a little confused, I think.
Well, I'm of two minds about this because while I'm glad that you just said that, I'm very glad that you said you want to give Harvey another chance.
Sure.
I feel like now I have to tell you. I wasn't going to tell you this before, but now I feel like I have to tell you this.
Okay.
So I was in Milan last week.
Yeah.
And you know, I wanted another pair of Crocs myself.
Yeah, so who wouldn't? I have 13 in my closet right now.
So 13 individual Crocs or 13 pairs of Crocs?
Pairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if maybe an alligator ate one of your Crocs.
No, alligators are peaceful creatures and loving and don't deserve to be turned into shoes.
lose the bit here. So I was with Harvey and Harvey, you know, we went talking and we grabbed a bottle of wine as bros do, and we were walking across the water looking at all the alligators.
Yeah.
And you know, we were in our Crocs and he said to me, you know who I sold a pair of these to a long time ago? And I said, who? And he goes, well, you know, Zach. And I said, oh, Zach, yeah. He you know, he loves your shoes, and he hates crocodiles. So he's like, oh, this is perfect. And he goes, yeah, I don't like that guy's sweaters.
Wait, what?
And that was it.
Wait,
you know,
no, hold on, don't
went our separate ways after that.
He didn't elaborate. He just throws out some garbage about not liking a guy. You don't just say that about not liking someone.
He just said he didn't like your sweaters, and then he left.
Okay. He didn't say which sweaters or?
Well, he didn't leave a note.
Did he hang himself?
So I've decided. I think I'm gonna open up a store.
Okay. That seems like a solid idea.
I think I wanna open up a food library.
Okay, so you're thinking like somebody walks in, they're hungry, they're like, I'm thinking I might rent a strawberry today.
I think yes, we're gonna put out food on loan.
Okay.
And then people can rent it out, and they can you know, have some of it, and then if they don't finish it, then they can bring it back, and somebody else can rent it.
Okay.
Until it's gone, you know.
Yeah. Now, how are you going to be able to keep out the undesirables? You know what I'm talking about? The people that like to, you know.
Well, you know how when you leave like fresh baked baguettes out in the sun for a couple days, how they get really hard?
Yeah.
I'm gonna post up gentlemen at the front,
okay,
armed with French baguettes, and if any undesirable comes to the front of the store and they don't have a valid renter's card, well, I guess you can let your imagination.
And just to be clear, by undesirables, we are talking about the possum people, right?
I was debating whether I should just bleep whatever you said.
Because you see, in my experience, the possum people come up and they have their young attached to them, and they're just like, just hissing and pissing.
Sorry,
and
you break it up. What? I can't.
No, that's their sound. You see.
Oh.
And my last experience with a possum person, it left a sour taste in my mouth, Wes, because they.
Did you eat the possum person?
No.
Because I hear you're supposed to cook them first.
Oh. Okay. Well, you know what? Actually, that might have been my bad then, because I just tried to eat them.
Yeah, no, you gotta roast them like a kebab.
Possum kebab.
Possum kebab.
That sounds like a really horrible indie band. Like.
I think we should make that.
What's up, guys? We're Possum Kebab, and we're gonna be.
Oh, you know what? We can play at the grand opening of my food library.
I love that idea.
That's a great idea.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Are you
thanks
gonna?
for that.
No, are you gonna use the foodie decimal system, or are we gonna like?
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about using the foodie decimal system. I can't really think of another. I mean, let's be honest. No other human on the face of this planet in history has ever come up with a better way to organize food than the foodie decimal.
It's very true, and it seems convoluted, but like all the food librarians of old swear by it, and they've got to be right. They're a bunch of old ladies and
food librarians. They love to eat.
They do, and they're hot.
You gotta love those hot food librarians, just walking around in their t-shirts and pants. It's like crunching too loud on some crackers in the library. They just go, shh, shut your mouth. A crunch.
That's like the least attractive outfit. Just the way you. It's not even an unattractive outfit. It's just the way you said it. T-shirt and pants.
I'm trying to think what a librarian wears. Don't they just wear t-shirts?
No, it's like a skirt. Like they wear a skirt and the glasses, and they have their hair up in a ponytail. And they're like, "You need to be quiet, Mr. Rogers."
I don't know. I don't know what kind of establishment you think I'm trying to build with my food library, but my librarians will not talk like that.
Are they gonna talk? Hey, you like the food you like?
I think I will hire a bunch of Mario stereotype.
I want you to hire exclusively old Italian men to be your food librarians.
They're in my food library, and they'll just be walking around going, "Hey, you liking the food? You checking it out, huh?
You check out the food. We got a day old pizza."
Hey, you buy it a slice, you buy it a book, huh?
Now, what are you gonna do about overdraft fees?
Overdraft fees?
Yeah.
Well, those gentlemen with the French baguettes that I was talking about earlier?
Yeah. That are gonna beat the possum people.
They will collect.
That's the most ominous. Honey, you need to return your library food. They're gonna come to collect. Oh no!
I think the bigger plot hole in this entire thing is the fact that it's not really renting, you're just buying food.
But you could, with option to return.
It's just a grocery store with a returns counter.
But I'm assuming you don't have to pay, right? You don't pay at a library.
Well, then where have I been going?
You're going to Barnes and Noble, Wes.
Oh, that's just a bookstore. That's not a library.
You're very confused. And I think you're trying to open up a grocery store.
Oh.
Turns out.
Well, I guess I can shift my business model.
I actually had something that I thought would be a good thing to discuss on the show here.
Oh, you got it. Is this a serious topic?
Yeah, it's very dear to me.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Well, we're gonna put our serious hats on, folks.
Yeah. So, I've been thinking a lot lately about.
I hear that's bad for you.
Sort of the existential crisis that one faces, right? When it comes time to install a hot tub. And
what is the existential crisis you face? When you want to stall?
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, I always had this thing of like, well, how hot do I make it? You know.
I thought I always thought boiling.
Does the heat? Is this what's gonna take me? You know, is this how I die? Do I boil myself alive in this hot tub right now?
That's a good question. Don't
leave a note. Don't leave a trail. Like, pay off my debts. Leave my wife with nothing but a boiled shell of a man. Like, I don't know if if that's something that I want. And given I'm not a man that I don't want to take my own life.
Well,
anyway. But you face
what you're saying here to me. What I'm hearing, I could be wrong, but what I'm hearing is, you need to properly prepare to actually take your first dip in this hot tub.
Yes, because that first dip. And I'm not saying that it's going to be intentional here, but that might be your last.
I think this is. I'll tell you what I do. Can I tell you what I do?
I would love to hear what you do. Is your cat dead, by the way? I'm sorry. I think your cat's dead. Oh, he moved. Okay, we're good.
He's good. I'll tell you what I do. Can I tell you what I do? Can I tell you what I do?
Tell me what you. Can you? Yeah. Could you tell me?
I would tell you. I'll tell you what I do.
Okay.
Do you have any carrots?
Currently I only have 7, but I can get more.
I would get a couple pounds of carrots. Roughly, how much do you weigh? Yes,
me?
You.
It's somewhere between 140 and 280. I'm having a real hard time calibrating my scale.
I'm just gonna say you're weighing 200. So you weigh 200 pounds. So I'll tell you what I do. Can I tell you what I do? Okay, I'll tell you what I do. What I would do is I would get about 20 pounds of carrots. I would get about 20 pounds of celery. Okay, and I would get about 30 pounds of crushed tomatoes.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going. Go on, though. Continue.
I would get, good some spices, some herbs, some oregano, some rosemary, some thyme.
Yeah.
A little bit of chili
powder. Time is of the essence.
A little bit of cayenne pepper. A little bit of.
I went to school with a girl named Cayenne. She's a stripper now.
Maybe a couple of Anaheim peps. Maybe a couple red and green bell peps. Maybe a couple more kinds of peps.
So we're talking several $1,000s worth of groceries here.
And
here's the really quick though.
Right.
Would it be okay if I found could I rent these groceries from anywhere, or is this like a?
I think that if you could find a food library, that I may know where one is.
All right, we'll get back to that. Yeah, we'll come back to that. But anyway.
We'll talk to the guy. But you get all of these things, right? And you, what I need you to do is I need you to put them in your hot tub. I need you to put them in your hot tub, and then fill the rest up with, a little bit of some water. Put the water in there.
Okay.
Put that stuff in there first. And then what you can do also is you can put a bottle or two of a white wine. Just put it in there. Put it in there.
Question. Yeah. Can I use... So over the years, as you know, I've acquired just an absolute plethora of marinara sauce. Should I go ahead and just use all of that?
You should probably throw that away. We need fresh crushed tomatoes.
But the marinara sauce it's kind of like a pre-mixed. I mean, they always give it to me at Pizza Hut, and I always ask for extra. So I have.
Here's what I would say to you about this marinara sauce. You're facing an existential crisis, are you not?
I absolutely am.
You're facing
with that much marinara. You bet your ass I am.
We could circle back to that in a second, but I think that the marinara sauce is throwing that away is going to be the first step in this cathartic journey to solving your existential crisis.
I humbly disagree, but we can pick that up at the end, I guess, because I mean, there's a whole bedroom stacked floor to ceiling of nothing but
jars of marinara sauce.
It's not even jars. It's the containers.
The containers from Pizza Hut.
Yeah. I always ask for extra, and they always give me extra.
Pizza Hut's marinara sauce. Well, see, if because if you put all these things in your hot tub,
none of it leaks. None of it. It is bone dry in that room.
I should hope so.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting
you're derailing. You're not understanding my solution to your problem with the existential crisis. See, the problem is you put all of this in your hot tub, right?
Sure.
Then you just turn it on. And then what I think you need to do after that is, do you have any pets?
I currently, like, that are alive or dead?
Either way.
If we're counting both, I'm up to about 60,
okay. Yeah. Do you have any other wives aside from the living one?
No, I am in love with her, and she is my only one.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
No.
Okay.
I'm, hold on. Technically, no.
Okay. This is a very important step because what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take those technically not your kids, toss them in the sauce.
The marinara sauce or the hot tub?
The hot tub. I'm going to need you to toss them in there. Say, kiddies, time to take a dip, and toss them in.
Is it okay if I make up my own phrase if I'm like, soup time or something like that?
I like that. Let's go soup time.
Okay.
Go soup time.
Cool.
And then what I'm gonna need you to do after that is just kind of let them, bounce around, let the kids have fun in the hot tub for about a couple hours or so, and then just revisit it after that point and see where they're at. If you can pull them out now if you like it a little bit more al dente. I didn't know where else you wanted me to take that.
It wasn't there. Should we give like a little sign off thing? Because I'm honestly just tired as and I'm still sick.
That's fine. I mean, this is enough audio to play around with and see what's going on.
Well, hey, everybody, thanks for listening to the Red Herring Podcast. I'm
you
Zach.
really just gonna railroad me like that?
You can do it, whatever.